So, Abby, what's the first song you remember hearing?
The first song I remember hearing. That's a good question. It was definitely some sort of like Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like my parents are like very into like the oldies, so I definitely remember a lot of that. Like,
What scene? Where were you at in the living room? You were in the car. What was going on?
usually we would be in the car, like they would just take me on trips wherever they went. My dad drove and they would just play Earth, Wind, and Fire all the time.
So, do you see yourself having those influences in your musical taste to this day?
Not in my particular like I wouldn't make a song like that, but I
Yeah.
could still appreciate it and listen to it, you know, like sometimes I'll throw on a little Earth, Wind, and Fire, you know, just
Okay,
get the vibe
and when you're
going.
throwing it on, what song are you going to?
Oh, they have a song called Getaway that's just very like musical and it makes you just want to like literally get away and run away. And I love
like
that song. Yeah.
Okay, well, when did you first realize your appreciation for music then?
Oh, probably in like pre-K because that's when I made my first song. I made my first song in pre-K.
Really?
Yeah,
You were like 3 or 4?
Yeah, it was called Don't Talk to Strangers.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So she was listening to her mom and dad back then. 'Cause clearly that was... All right, so wait. Tell me the story about how you wrote... Well, do you remember?
Okay,
wait,
so...
what happened
Okay,
here?
so this is what happened. So, I don't know how I ended up doing it, but like my mom had gotten me this book and it was called Don't Talk to Strangers and it came with like a CD and the CD had the original song like that somebody wrote and then they had like an instrumental version. So my dad put me in the studio and he was like, rap this song, and I rapped the song and then I went to pre-K and I rapped it for my class.
What? Wait, hold on. Back it up because I'm still a little confused. The book came with a CD?
Yes, the book came with a CD with a song called Don't Talk to Strangers. So the book was a song. Yeah.
Okay.
So we took the instrumental off the CD.
How did y'all do that
Oh
back
my
then? That's what I
gosh.
want to know. Your dad ripped the
Probably
instrumental
had
off
to
the...
burn the CD or something like that. I have no idea. Honestly, now that I think about it, I really don't know. Like, how did we do that?
You couldn't download the instrumental file back then.
No,
This was
and I
what?
don't think you could just like take it off the CD. So
No, you just gonna rip the
I don't
layers
know.
apart? I don't know how to...
my parents were very like technologically advanced for that time.
So they already ripped this...
They
First of
had
all,
the instrumental loaded.
They had this planned out from the very beginning. They're like, we gonna get that book.
They
Don't
said,
talk
get
to
in the
strangers.
studio. Get in the booth now.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you first started appreciating music when you realized that you could do it too.
Yeah. And I've always had an appreciation for music though. Like I grew up just like my dad played all types of instruments. My mom sang. So I just grew up.
Yeah, I read about that. And you were saying that how he like... You don't even know how many he plays. He just picks them up.
Oh yeah, he literally just picks them up and just starts playing them. Like it doesn't even. Yeah. Like I've seen him pick up like a trumpet before, and he just never played a trumpet, but he just. Some people just have it.
Yeah.
Like I
That's
can
that
firmly
music.
say like I can't do that, but I could play an instrument or two.
Okay, what was the first instrument you played?
Piano.
Piano.
Yeah.
Okay, you still play it to this day?
I know my way around a keyboard still, but I can't like, I'm not as good as I was when I was like actively playing like every day. Like I started when I was 12 and I played every day up until I was like maybe like 17.
Okay.
So.
What's another instrument you played?
I played drums.
Really? Okay, I can see that.
But
I can see that.
I wasn't really that good. Like I just played in church, you know what I'm saying? Just a little
You
1, 2.
played drums. There's people that don't even know how to play drums.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't diminish your talent here. If you're musically inclined, you got something.
Okay, period.
Maybe you weren't playing drums every day all day.
Yeah, no,
Clearly
I definitely
you're
wasn't.
not gonna be giving drumline out here.
Yeah.
But okay. All right. So that was the first instruments you started playing. But from then, how did your love for just music and playing instruments around the house or being in classes turn into you recording and making music of your own?
So it was like, I feel like it was a long process as far as like I had a love-hate relationship with music because it wasn't something that was like forced, like my dad was never like, oh, do music, do music, do music. But it was something that I felt like was kind of like expected because like my parents both do it, right? So as I got older, I kind of shied away from it, kind of using it as like a bargaining chip to like do whatever I wanted, as far as like, listen, if y'all not gonna do what I want, all right, cool, I'm gonna stop making music. Like, but it really wasn't hurting anybody but me, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, it's something that I love. So as I got older and like I'm talking like 18, and I really just had to figure out what I wanted to do like for myself, that's the only thing that just felt natural to me, you know? Like, music. Like, I've literally been doing it my whole life, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, wait, let's go back. I want to, like, get a vibe for what the house was like, because you had siblings, right? Or you have siblings, right?
Yeah, but I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest. So, how young
so
in comparison?
Oh, I'm, like really young. Like, we're, like, decades apart.
Oh, wow. Okay,
yeah,
so
like,
you're in the crib by yourself.
Yeah, so me and the second youngest, which is my older brother, we're 11 years apart. So, yeah, and then everybody else is older than him, so.
So when you would be around the house and they would be, your brother was there at times, right?
Not really, like, from time to time, but he joined, like, the service as I, like, maybe when I was, like, 12, 13, he joined the service, so like, he wasn't really around.
You were around the house making music, but nobody else was?
No, I was literally the only one. Actually, I have an older sister that she was making music for a while. Like, she sang in, like, a choir and stuff. Like, they did backgrounds on the J. Cole album. Like, she was doing stuff like that. But, like, as far as, like, really getting into, like, the industry and really, like, consistent with making music, yeah, I'm the only one. Like,
got you.
Yeah,
so
out of all my siblings.
Around the house, mom, dad, playing piano, trumpet, whatever. You
everything,
doing.
Yeah.
Y'all ripping CDs, y'all doing
ripping
this.
CDs.
I'm trying to, like, it was a whole record label at the crib, basically.
Yo, like, honestly, still to this day, if you come to my crib, like, in my basement, my dad has a full recording studio just in my basement. And people used to think I was lying when I used to be like, my dad has a studio in the basement, like, pull up. And they'd be like, no, he doesn't. And then they would come to my house, and it's like really like some official, like, just in my basement. Still to this day.
Got you. All right, so not making money.
We always making money.
Making music all around the house. Mom, dad, you got the own studio in the basement, blah, blah, blah. And you've been doing this since you were preschool, literally.
Yeah.
You recorded your first track when you were 3. Basically. All right, so when did you go from making music, because it was always around you in the home, to making music for you and yourself?
I would say probably once I got out of the house and I had a little bit more freedom. So I moved out like when I was 18, and I had a little bit more freedom to kind of explore what like I like to do and because at that point, like, I was very like church girl, go to church every Sunday, like I'm playing in the church band, things like that. You know, I'm trying to make my parents proud, happy for me, happy with what I'm doing. And then, you know, once I got older and I was like, okay, I want to do things for me. So it was around like when I turned 18, like, I just started just making music that I wanted to make.